So this is the second time I am filming this. That is four. This is the second time, or the second time, or the second time, whatever. This is the second time I'm filming this video because new information has come to light and I needed to make some revisions. At the beginning of the year, I set 3 goals for the first quarter. So for the first 3 months, I set 3 goals. And they were to do a YouTube video every week and do 1 hour of writing a week. The second one was to take my medication every day. And the third one was to declutter my bedroom specifically. And so let's follow up on those. So the first one was to do a YouTube video and to write every week. Mostly I've been doing that. I have missed a couple of videos, one due to illness and one because there was just this unexpected occurrence with the video footage itself where it was corrupt. And I tried to film it, but I work a full-time job. I can't always reshoot. So it didn't work out. I've actually shot it about 3 times now and it hasn't worked out any of the times. So I'm giving up on that video for now. I'm gonna move on and do other things. So there's that. I think overall I did pretty well with this at being consistent. I wasn't always writing for my blog, which is this right here. But I was doing screenplays and teleplays and short stories and stuff, starting little bits and pieces and picking up on other things that I've started in the past. So I feel really good about it. So that one I feel like we might expand on it, but you'll get to that in the second part of the video. The second goal was to take my medication every day. Last year I was on and off, mostly off. Not for any reason other than I just got tired of taking medication. And I could feel the difference in my mental health and how my brain was functioning. So this year I really wanted to get back on track. I was struggling. And then I had this idea that I was going to check in on Instagram every day. So with the close friends filter, I was putting out just little videos of me taking my medication in the morning and at night. And that worked for a couple of weeks, but then I stopped. And it wasn't because I got lazy or whatever. It's because I lost my water bottle, the one that I use all the time. I didn't lose it. I left it in my niece's car. And I know I'm never going to get that back. It's gone. Like, that's done for. So I bought a new one, but when I got a new one, I upgraded. And when I upgraded, I mean, I got it a little bigger. So the first one was like 30 ounces and this one's like 40 something ounces. It is so big that I can no longer hold it in one hand and hold my phone in the other hand to do the check-in. I don't always have a place to put my phone where I can, you know, set it up and record it. So I kind of stopped doing that, but I've gotten a lot better at taking my medication, especially in the last few days, well, last couple of weeks, because I was off 1 week and then I've been working from home. So if I forget to take my medication in the morning, it's not a lost cause because I can just walk on over and get those meds, take them. So sometimes I forget to take them at 8 o'clock in the morning and I remember at like 9 and I'm like, oh, I can take 2 minutes to go and take my medication. So it's actually been really good working from home on that aspect. So overall, I feel like I've done well with that goal. I feel like I'm taking it every day now, both of my doses. So I'm going to take that off the list. And then the third one was to declutter. I started out strong. I got rid of so much stuff. But if you're watching this in the future, or if you've just been living under a rock, we are in a global pandemic. And that has put a halt on certain things and changed some stuff. I had to stock up on food. And so a lot of it I was able to put in the refrigerator or the freezer downstairs. But some of it is just, I'm looking at it now. I have a bookshelf and the bottom bookshelf has, the bottom shelf of the bookshelf, words, has become like a snack station. I have snacks there. And things that I can eat throughout the day, so I'm not constantly going downstairs and exposing myself to other people. I've mentioned this before, but I live in one room. I'm renting a room in a house, and this room functions as everything. It's my sleeping quarters, it's my working quarters, especially now that I'm working from home. It's storage, it's entertainment. So it's got everything. I try not to keep food up here just because that gets messy. But right now, not really supposed to be going to the store, so I've got to stock up on certain things. I did pretty well though for the first half of the quarter. I got rid of a lot of stuff and I decluttered my closet, but now I can't really follow through on that. My goal was to have a lot of clothes that are in good condition. I was gonna give them to women's shelter or sell them on Poshmark. I did do a clothing swap with a friend where we swapped some items. She took some of the stuff that I had to unload, and that was great. But I can't do that anymore because we're social distancing, which means we can't go to other people's houses. We can't see people basically that we don't live with already. And so I don't know what I'm gonna do with that stuff. I have like a giant laundry bag, full of clothes just sitting in the closet. It's kind of a mixed bag as to whether or not I accomplished that goal. I think that one's gonna roll over. So let's talk about the new goals. I think the first one I'm gonna do is gonna continue with the declutter and organization. I'm writing it down on my little notebook right here. So if I'm looking down, that's why. Declutter / organize. So my goal for the second quarter originally was to declutter and reduce the amount of stuff that is in my storage unit in hopes of getting a smaller storage unit, because they raise the price by $10 a month each year, and I'm going to price myself out of that by next year. And I can't do that anymore because we're in this global pandemic of COVID-19, and you're supposed to be social distancing, and you're not supposed to be in public spaces very much unless it's absolutely necessary. And so that is gone out the window for now. I will continue to declutter and organize what's happening in here. I'm spending a lot more time in my room, which means that I'm bringing more stuff into my room and moving stuff around and like setting up a workspace, making space for that, making space to work and all the new equipment I have from work, making space for everything that I already own, new things that I've brought in without taking other stuff out. So that's going to be the first goal, the main goal, to declutter so that I have space and I feel like I can breathe. My room is clean, I have everything put away, it just is not organized. So I really need to focus on that and making more space for essentials. So that's number one. Number two, and I'm writing it down, is going to be to add movement into my life. Originally that was going to be taking 2 walks a week at least, because while we're not supposed to be in public, we're allowed to go out for walks as long as you don't come in contact with other people. You keep that 6-foot distance that they're recommending. But my mom said some things that she heard. I don't know if it's accurate, so I don't want to say it here, but basically it means that I can no longer go out for walks, especially because I am compromised, being that I am severely asthmatic. So I want to figure out things that I can do in here. Maybe it's doing stretches. Maybe it's following a YouTube dance tutorial, like something low impact, because I have a bad knee and I have asthma and I don't want to get sick at this point. So I'm going to say 3 times a week. Could be after work and I just do some stretches. It can be like putting on a Selena song and dancing for 5 minutes. Just something to get my body moving. I feel better when my body moves. So that is definitely a goal that I want to have for the next 3 months. And the third one is going to be a combo of doing 15 minutes every day of something creative. Okay, maybe not every day. Let's say 4 times a week. 4 times a week. And again, I'm writing it down so that I don't forget. I'll create a sign or something to put it up. So I've started learning the ukulele. which I was conflicted about because I didn't know if it was cultural appropriation, but I read a lot before I bought it and I talked to a few people, and the consensus seems to be as long as I'm not profiting off of it, then that's fine. And I'm not profiting off of it. I'm just looking up chord charts and learning it in my bedroom for me, because it's a good release. So I think spending 15 minutes a day, either with a ukulele or writing, or I bought a coloring book, coloring something creative to keep my mind occupied, to keep my senses going, to take my mind off of all the stuff and all the anxiety that I currently have. So I think that'll be good. 15 minutes a day is not that much. I can do it during one of my breaks or my lunch. I can do it right after work. I can do it on the weekends, of course. Like, I think that'll be good for my brain, considering everything that's going on right now. I really need that release. So that's going to be my third goal. So let's recap. I did okay with the first set of goals, but we're moving on. The first goal is gonna be to declutter and organize. So continue doing that, focusing more on the organization now that I have more stuff in my room that is taking up storage space. The second one is to get in movement 3 times a week, whether that means going for a walk, doing stretches, dancing in my room, something where I'm moving my body. And the third one is going to be to do something creative for at least 15 minutes 4 times a week. And again, it's probably going to be playing my ukulele, but I also want to try to get back in the groove of writing or reading, coloring, something. So I think that's it. I've been talking for a long time and I'm tired and I'm hungry and I need to go eat my lunch. Yeah, that's it. See y'all later. I can't believe I just did that. Oh my god, I've never done that seriously in my life. Oh, okay. I need to go eat because clearly my brain is not functioning.